today I felt like really salty. I'm just gonna use this as like visual. It's gonna be one that is out today. Today was a good day. I mean, I won that $20 trade, which is funny because I was like really good with the $20. I guess it just needs to be something that's not in the tens. $20, it feels like worth my time. I guess. Um, yeah, it feels like okay, it's $20 right there. That's tough. That's something. But anyway, I was really sorry today because I like totally so funny. I don't know. I just wanted to make a joke in the Discord and just talk about kind of like joke about an experience that I had not too long ago. I think it was this week, early this week, or maybe on Tuesday, of like when I was shaking and I don't know the feedback that I got. I really didn't like. Didn't have a good. It wasn't like a good experience, and I like, was talking about my shaking. I was kind of like asking like how long does it take for you how long did it take for you to like stop shaking when you're in a trade, kind of like as a joke but kind of like a reference to what happened to me. And I was basically asking that to just in general see how long did it take for people to get over their fear of losing money, just basically in that sense. Like shaking is just like shaking. But I mean, it could be interpreted in any kind of way, right? Like oh, shaking, basically meaning like oh, when you're nervous and you're anxious, right? And so I like received like some comment, and like Doyle actually read it, and so he was like, "Why are you shaking? Like you shouldn't even be trading." And I'm just like, "Damn, like I shouldn't even be trading. Like I shouldn't even be trading." And it's just like to hear that from your own mentor, and it's just like crazy. And then like somebody in the chat, but that don't even matter. The truth is I felt hurt because it was like to hear that from your own mentor is like what do you mean, it's like. And then I was like, you can't pretend like y'all can't pretend like y'all never had like your heart beating crazy when you was in a trade, like y'all wasn't afraid to lose. Like I'm not saying that y'all aren't like that now, but of course in the beginning, which is where I am at, like I'm sure y'all felt that unless you're different, that's different. But it's just the feedback, like why you gotta say it like that, like don't quit trading. And this was like, or just quit trading or whatever. This is like the second time I've been told that in this chat, and it's like y'all don't even know me, bro. Y'all don't even know me. And it's like, how is that the first thing y'all think of in that John? And then they go and reference it, which after like I was bitter at first, like real bitter, and then like after some time I kind of got over it, and then I started making fun of it. But in that moment, I was like, I genuinely, he was trying to go for a breakout today, was it on gold? And I was so bitter that I was like, I hope he loses. I straight up, I was like I hope y'all all lose some money today. Like, why are y'all talking to me like that? But it's like, and then after some time I was just like kind of like I like relaxed. I was just like, you know what, like no, I hope y'all like win. But in that moment I was so like why am I being treated like this, you know? I guess I don't know. I guess I feel like you should be entitled to kindness from others. Like why respond like that? Like to respond I get it, but why respond like that? I don't know, it just didn't make me feel good. And that's how I'm interpreting the message. Because it's like I I've just worked so hard like on this. And it's not a requirement to my life at all. I don't have to do this. Like I literally, have a good, well-paying, respectable job, right? Like I done did the thing, you know, and I like what I do, right? I don't hate it. So it's like I don't need this as of right now in my life. Like I'm very young. Um, and so it's like the fact that I'm doing this on the side, on top of everything, on top of tax season, on top of me wanting to also build content for my other, ventures. Trading is number one for me, bro. So it's just like to hear anybody say quit trading is like a stab in my heart. Like, why are you telling me to quit trading? Like this shit is really real for me. Like that shit just really just pissed me off because I was like, how how can your own mentor tell you to quit trading? I mean, granted, like some people genuinely aren't built for trading, but it's just like that's not even me. That's not even me at all, bro. Like you don't even know me, bro. That's why I took it wrong because it's like you don't even know me and you telling me to quit just because I'm shaking. So it's like, what? Why not tell me, hey, you shaking because you're scared. You're shaking because you're afraid of losing money. Like you gotta work on that. And then soon that's when the money's gonna start coming in. Like like encourage or like reverse it or flip it or like call me out on my shit. But don't tell a student of yours, basically damn near, to quit. Like that's the same shit that you hear in like some successful people's lives. You'll hear about them when they were younger and their teachers, like they had a dream, right? The Steve Harvey or whatever, he wanted to be on TV. I think that's what it was. And his teacher made fun of him because I think he had like a lisp or something. And so it was like for me to hear that a teacher of all kinds of people is telling a student that they would never be on TV because they have a lisp or this, that, and the fucking third, it just it's heartbreaking. Like, why would a teacher tell somebody, a student, a kid, to give up on their dream before it even happened, before they even got a chance to try it, you know? So this like that shit is like real. And so to hear somebody talk about like it like that, I'm just like, why are you talking to people like this? Quit trading. You're making money off of all of us trying to learn how to trade. And you're talking about quit trading. It's like what? Like that's just I just felt, obviously I felt disrespected, but I also felt uh what's that word, like disappointed. And it made me look at him in a different way, like look at Doyle in a different way. I was like, why you act like that? Just like a little flinch, like, what's this about? You know, I didn't know he was like that. I initially when I got into the Discord, I wasn't participating. I was just kind of like listening to the live webinars, and I was just casually listening to them like trade and stuff like that. And I would hear like kind of like comments that kind of was like, okay, that felt a little bit like like bullying. Like, okay, I don't know. Like you don't know these people, and they're like paying you money, although you're paying time. But it's also like, I don't know. I would never talk to somebody like that if they're paying me, you know. Even though, I got it and I don't need it and I'm providing service, I'm like, they're providing me a service. So it's just like, yeah, you got 1,000 people. It don't even have to be that deep, but it's just like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm still there. I'm still here. Still seeking the knowledge. Still, I like overall. Like I have a good time. Like people are funny. It's nice to have a community that trades, the same way that you do, and it's nice to see people win, like, and see them like get payouts, and just, and also see people like the reality of like what trading is, of like people sharing their losses, people sharing how they've blown their accounts, and it just makes me feel better, like, about, myself, because it's like, thank God, like everybody knows that every trader loses, because every trader loses. Wait, I didn't say that right. Everybody, I think I did. Everybody knows that every trader loses because they are a trader that loses. I think that's, there we go. Um, and I just, it's just, it's nice to be a part of everything. I, I just had to rant, I guess. But if I start seeing stuff like that, and I'm actually getting better, so we'll see. I still need help, and I know that I'm nowhere near where I'm going to be, but it's like I feel good. I don't know, like, I feel good. Now this is turning into a whole different kind of video, but I just feel like really happy about my trading, and I feel like kind of scared to admit that, like, oh, I'm getting good, and I'm just so afraid of it just dropping instantly, like tomorrow. Like, I just blow, like, I just blow every, like, the whole entire account, because I'm like, I say to myself now, like, ooh, I'm getting good, I'm getting good. So I get cocky, and it's just like, I just want to be humble, and just want to be like, yeah, like, well, we made $1 today. Oh, thank God, So it's just, thank you, Jesus. But I just, I feel good and I feel guilty. I feel good and I feel guilty. Sounds like a religious kid. Oh my gosh. I feel good and I feel guilty, because it's like, you can't feel good if you're not serving others. You can't. Oh man. But yeah, I love trading. I genuinely love trading. It's so personable. It's so, like, it's really all about you. It's so selfish. And I love that. It's really all about me. And it's one of the things that it's really all about me. The other thing is, make my music. Like, it's so nice to have something in your life, or some things in your life, that represents you 100%. No one else touched it, and everything was just touched by you, and it was just put out to the world. Or, it's kind of, it's art. That's what it is. I do love art, but I love art in different ways. But it's so scary, because you want everything to be perfect, when it'll never be perfect, but it will always be you. All right, I'll just end it here, to be honest.